Hello everyone, this is Elder 360 coming at you one more time with a universal viewpoint to show how everyone's life turns out to be positive or negative automatically. How we basically reap positive or negative things automatically, and how the positive or negative things are automatically created. And this is a good piece of information to be aware of, because if you know how things function naturally, then you can avoid a lot of things. You can avoid a lot of negative situations. There's a law of repetition, and there's a law for every action. There's an equal and opposite reaction. These two laws are entities, just like everything else in the universe is an entity. An entity is one individual, shape, fashion, or form. It's impossible to identify anything in creation that is not one individual thing. Just observe creation and you will see what I'm saying is 100%. This is a realization that the Creator, the intelligence that governs the entire universe, made me pay attention to. Everything is an entity and has a purpose that it serves. The law of repetition and the law for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. They are two individual laws. The law of repetition makes everything in creation repeat the same basic patterns over and over again. And the law for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, makes it possible for us to prepare the things that we reap. I was asked a question in meditation, and the question is this: when are the things created that you reap? No one had never asked me that question before. And I asked myself the same question: when are the things created that I reap? And then it dawned on me after a few minutes: if I've never sown anything, I cannot reap it. So I must create something positive or negative for someone in some way, shape, fashion, or form in order for me to reap something positive or negative. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, meaning the reaction is equal on opposite sides, basically at the same basic time. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, meaning the reaction is equal on opposite sides. So that helped me understand that universal law. Now the law of repetition makes everything in creation repeat the same basic patterns over and over again. The Creator had me to pay attention to creation. Winter, spring, summer, and fall repeat themselves every year. Earth rotates in a circle, planet rotates around the sun in a circle. We eat and get hungry over and over again. Drink water and get thirsty over and over again. Everything that grows from the ground return back to the ground. Day and night take the place of each other over and over again. We give off carbon dioxide, plants take in the carbon dioxide, convert it into oxygen. We inhale the oxygen, convert it back into carbon dioxide. When the Creator made me pay attention to creation, I was able to realize it's impossible to identify anything created by God that doesn't repeat the same basic patterns over and over and over again. And even when you observe things that's made by men or women, they does the same basic thing over and over again. The car, the computer, the light bulb, the telephone, all the machinery repeat the same basic patterns over and over again, which proves to me and everybody else that there is a law of repetition, because everything in creation has a repetitious pattern and a repetitious nature. So we have two entities that is a judge and jury to every living thing automatically. The law of repetition and the law for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, if you have two spirits, and neither one of these spirits have done anything positive or negative, you can have two groups of people or two individuals. When they create something positive or negative upon someone, they are preparing something positive or negative for themselves to reap. So Just imagine one spirit decide to do something positive and the other spirit decide to do negative things. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That means one spirit has created a positive thing for themselves to reap. Other spirit has created a negative thing for themselves to reap. Now the law of repetition automatically make the positivity go back to the one willing the positivity, and the negativity go back to the one who's willing the negativity. And this is what the Creator made me pay attention to. And this is what causes one individual to reap or receive positive or negative things in their life, because the law of repetition and the law for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, will make us reap the things that we have created upon others automatically. Now we can create with our willpower by willing something